Hey guys, what's up? It's once again mp4podcast.com, and if you came here looking for the Aerosmith 1325 concert, simply just click on the annotation in this video, or simply just click on the link in the description box of this video. Now this video that I'm making right now is going to show you how I was able to record all this amazing footage which I got. Now the footage isn't all amazing. Keep in mind I was standing in one spot for about an hour and a half, and I really couldn't walk, so it's a little tiring trying to record this type of footage for an hour and a half and not being able to move at all. But what I was able to get is overall pretty good footage, really good audio of the concert. So yeah, watch this video. I'm going to talk about the camera I use and give you guys some camera tips as well. Now the camera that I use is the Panasonic LUMIX GH2. This camera has probably the sharpest video out of any camera, 1080p, even sharper than like a Red Epic or a Arri Alexa under good lighting conditions. Even some of the more expensive cameras, this is still a sharper camera. However, it will lose its sharpness in lower light conditions. But let me show you some of the great things about this camera. Now, if you're going to be using any long lenses, telephoto lenses, you're really going to want to have some image stabilization. From what I've seen, cameras that have image stabilization in the lens is the best for video. Some people will say that image stabilization in the camera body may be better for photography, but I'm only talking about video right now. Now, if you're just on a tripod and you're just going to be shooting in one direction, you're not going to be moving the camera at all, you don't really need image stabilization. However, if you're going to be panning a little bit, there could always be a little jitter while you're panning. Image stabilization will really take care of that for you. Now the lens that I use is a Panasonic made lens with image stabilization, 14mm zoom to 140mm zoom. Now on a full frame Nikon, Canon, or Sony camera, this would be a 28mm lens to a 280mm lens. That's because the Micro Four Thirds system has a 2x crop factor from 35mm film. That means that the sensor is half the size of 35mm film. Do quickly want to point out, if you're using Micro Four Thirds cameras for video and you do want autofocus, go with Panasonic, because the Panasonic lenses are silent, where the Olympus lenses are not silent. I believe Olympus is working on one silent ultrasonic lens. Now the GH2 has really good built-in stereo microphones. I'm actually going to leave another video that was made by Philip Bloom, who's a filmmaker. He filmed a short little movie with his mom, and he actually used the built-in microphones, so you can get another idea of how good these microphones are. Now, if you don't have a camera that has good built-in microphones and you want something that's stereo, I would highly recommend the Rode stereo microphone. You get them off of Amazon or other camera stores. They are really good. I just don't have them because I just haven't bought it yet. I believe the stereo microphone goes for around $200 to $250. I do want to give you guys one quick tip. When I was filming the concert, I did have my camera tilted down a little bit because I was lifting the monopod over my head. There was probably like 100,000 people there, but I was turning the camera. I turned the camera around 360 degrees just to get like the crowd's reaction of the concert, and there was a little bit of an audio dip, so I really wouldn't recommend turning the camera around, getting the audience reaction. Only do that in between songs. Now I do highly recommend that you do get yourself a tripod bag. Now I only brought my monopod, so I only had the monopod in the tripod bag. I will say this, you can get a little bit extra height if you do bring the whole tripod, just for stabilization. You know, if you just extend one leg, and you just put extend the neck of the monopod as high as it can go. But when you need to get even more height, you'll have to lift up the whole entire tripod. That's kind of a hassle. So if you really need to get that real extra height, don't bring the full tripod. only bring the monopod, and it's a lot easier to go up and down. Now this is a tripod that I use. I bought this at Best Buy for about $100. It's also a monopod. I didn't even know it was a monopod until I got it home, which I was pretty stoked because I always wanted a monopod, and I didn't know it was a monopod. So it doubles as a tripod and a monopod. You get it for about $100 at Best Buy. Just a quick, simple tip: if you're filming something and you need to get a little extra stabilization with your monopod, simply just pull it up to like chest level, and then pull the handle into your chest. So then you have the monopod on the ground, and then you're pulling the handle into your chest, and you get some pretty nice steady shots. Now by looking at this photograph, you can tell that the GH2 is tilted down, the LCD screen is out. This made it extremely easy when I lifted the camera over my head with the monopod. The GH2 probably was about 9 to 10 feet up in the air, and it made it extremely easy to be able to film the concert. Now, if I didn't have a monopod, and I just was just there as a person who went to go see the concert, where I was, it was extremely hard to see Aerosmith. I mean, I could see Steven Tyler a little bit by getting up on my tiptoes and maybe looking over people's heads or off to the side and see if there's an opening for a quick second, but that's pretty much about it. Now what I want to talk about is recording. What cameras will have flawless recordings for you, and which cameras are going to give you problems. Now if you buy a traditional camcorder that uses AVCHD, you're not really going to have any problems. The only problems you will run into are the battery. Will the battery last? How long it will last? And SD cards, and they're going to fill up eventually. So you're not going, like I said, you're not going to have any problems with camcorders except for those two problems. With DSLRs or mirrorless cameras, you will run into time limit recordings. Now the only ones that don't have a time limit recording are the NTSC Panasonic cameras. That's North America and Japan, probably other countries around the world such as Mexico. I believe Mexico is NTSC. Maybe there's some other countries that are NTSC as well. Most of the rest of the world is PAL. Now in England, they have a tax for anything that records longer than 29 minutes and 59 seconds. Those devices will get hit with a camcorder tax. So if a camera records for 30 minutes, you'll have an extra tax. So the cameras that have this problem are Sony. They also use AVCHD, but even the North American ones, they don't allow them to record longer. And even the new Canons, the 5D Mark III and the 1D, whatever it is, and the T4i, that use a new Canon codec that record for 29 minutes and 59 seconds. Even the North American ones, NTSC, the ones sold here in North America, are still locked down for. I mean, they could unlock them. I don't know why, but they do. The only company that opens it up for the North America and Japan is Panasonic. Now I do want to quickly state, if you have your GH2 on a tripod and you don't want to move it, the quick release on the tripod does cover up the battery a little bit. One of the ways to probably get around this is maybe put your quick release in the other direction, going from the lens and from the back of the camera. This quick release is from the side. You could simply use quickie notes, stick a quickie note on the quick release and also on the camera, and then quickly cut out a symbol so it lines up perfectly, and then try to line it up again when you have to take out the battery and put another battery in. Just a quick tip: always put a lens hood on your lens. You don't want to run any risk of getting sun flares in your lens. Even though this is a Leica made lens, it is coated not to get sun flares. And really, even if I didn't have the lens hood, I probably wouldn't have gotten any sun flares. But just to be on the safe side, it's always a good idea to put a lens hood on your lens. One of the quick thing I do want to point out is this is not a low light lens. This Pacific lens, the 14 to 140 zoom lens, at its longest extension, it's the widest it opens up is 5.6, and that's pretty slow. So I'd say this is good when it's sunny outside, or maybe if it's a little like it's cloudy but it's not dark. You can get away with this lens. It's probably fine. It'll work good for you. But this is not a low light lens. I'll be putting some other lenses in the description box of this video that are phenomenal for low light situations. Now the program that I use to merge the MTS files, which are the AVCHD file format, is a program called tsMuxeR. It's a very simple program to use, but make sure when you use it, what you want to do is click the add button, add your first file. I recorded 5 video files when I recorded the concert, but I wanted to start with file number 3, 4, and 5. So you click add, and I added number 3, and then you want to click join, and then you'll select the 4th file, then click join again, and then you select the 5th file, and then you just simply click start mixing, and it'll take all those files and just make one big giant file. And again, the way AVCHD files work, when it makes the other file, you don't lose any frames or any audio. It just spills over to another file. That's all. Now if you want to download my recording of Aerosmith 1325 Commonwealth Ave concert, feel free, burn it to a DVD, put it on Blu-ray. It really doesn't bother me. Now if you do download it, see if you can use these plugins. You might be able to download the original. If not, you can just download the 1080p. Now if you just want to burn the MP4 file onto a blank DVD or a Blu-ray, you can play it back on an Xbox 360, a DVD, not a Blu-ray. So you can do that. You can probably do that also on the PlayStation 3. You may have to create a video folder and then put the video in a folder called video, and then burn that for the PS3. So these are the ones plugins that I recommend. One is called Video Download Helper. You can get it from the add-ons page from Firefox. You can also get it from the developers page. This one is also good. Net Video Hunter Video Downloader. Having a hard time saying that. And also this one is really good for SeaMonkey. SeaMonkey is put out by Mozilla. Mozilla also puts out Firefox. This one's called Download YouTube Videos as MP4. So yeah. Feel free, have fun. I hope you really do enjoy the concert. I also hope that this video has helped you guys make better videos. Also, there was one little thing that I did leave on this video for you iPhone, Android users who have small little cameras. I'm going to leave a little tripod adapter in the description box of this video. You can get it off of eBay for $5. I got mine from Hong Kong. So you can put like an iPhone on a tripod. It's really good. You hold it in your hand. You may want to just tape down the little screwy part. That's about it. So yeah, have a good one. Hey guys, bye.